Are we going to see Canelo Crawford next?
We'll see. It's a possibility there, always. No, we'll see what happens.
Have you spoke with Turkey about that show,
Yeah,
about Canelo?
we know each other.
Birthday. Canelo. Man, yeah, we still alive. We got.
An unreported event in London, outside the Ring Magazine Awards, was a face-to-face meeting between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford. Both fighters met separately with the Saudi boxing mogul to discuss plans for their fight in detail. Crawford had been in London since Saturday, and as Canelo concluded his meeting with Turkey Alex Sheikh, the two fighters were on the brink of a face-to-face encounter.
Fight with you and Terence Crawford, it would be one of the biggest in boxing.
We're not talking about yet about the fight. Me and Turkey.
The plans for the fight are undoubtedly in motion, and anticipation continues to grow. With each passing day, excitement builds as all signs point to the long-awaited clash between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez finally becoming a reality. The two fighters recently met in London with His Excellency Turki Alex Sheikh, further fueling speculation about the potential showdown.
We wanna see what happens.
And when do you want to get out next? I know you're here in London tonight. When are you going to be in the camp?
Huh?
According to a recent report, Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford are finally set to meet in the boxing ring. The Mexican superstar and Bud Crawford have been on a collision course for years. After Crawford's stunning knockout victory over Errol Spence Jr. in July 2023, he called out Alvarez for a fight. Already a two-time undisputed champion, Crawford expressed his ambition to move up 3 weight classes in pursuit of more titles. However, Alvarez, the reigning super middleweight champion, initially dismissed the idea, focusing on other challenges. In the meantime, he secured dominant victories over Jamie Munguia and Edgar Berlanga. Now, the long-awaited showdown appears closer than ever.
Okay, so when...
At the beginning of the middle of the February or March.
Last August, Terence Crawford moved up to light middleweight, earning a decision win over Israel Madoff to claim the WBA and WBO titles. Following that victory, speculation about a potential showdown between Crawford and Canelo Alvarez resurfaced briefly. Now, it seems the long-discussed bout might finally become a reality. While neither Alvarez nor Crawford has commented on the recent reports, the signs are promising. Earlier this week, both fighters were seen meeting with Saudi boxing promoter Turki Alex, further fueling anticipation.
Not much for make a deal and anything, but you know, we now know each other and we
Promoter Turki Alex, known for orchestrating high-profile bouts like Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk and Artur Beterbiev versus Dmitry Bivol, has been a vocal advocate for a Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford showdown. He's made it clear he's willing to fund the fight, adding weight to the recent reports and fueling speculation. Earlier today, Crawford, speaking to X, promised to shock the world, hinting at his confidence in taking on the challenge. However, defeating Canelo Alvarez will undoubtedly be an uphill battle for the 37-year-old champion.
And that the chances of a fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford have, quote, greatly increased, and that Canelo Alvarez is now highly
Terence Crawford, an all-time great, faces the challenge of moving up 2 weight classes to take on the Mexican superstar, Canelo Alvarez. Yet, if anyone can defy the odds, it's Crawford. Renowned boxing journalist Julius Julianis recently revealed promising news, suggesting a September date is being considered for the highly anticipated fight. While nothing is officially confirmed, fans and experts are already speculating and choosing their favorites. Crawford, the former 3-division ring champion and reigning WBA 154-pounds titleist, appears closer than ever to securing his dream fight with Alvarez. Multiple sources have informed the ring that extraordinary efforts are underway to finalize the bout for later this year. ESPN Deportes' Julius Julianis even hinted that a deal might already be in place, though other reports suggest it could happen as early as May, a timeline many consider ambitious. Alvarez, attending the inaugural Ring Awards in London, met with Turki Alex, the driving force behind Riyadh season and the new owner of the ring. Alex, who hosted the awards ceremony, also engaged with boxing icons like Alvarez to discuss major plans for 2025. Hearing his name mentioned, Crawford wasted no time, rearranging his weekend to make his presence known. "I'm like a genie when you rub his lamp," Crawford quipped, sharing a photo outside London's Heathrow Airport on Sunday. "Once you call upon me, I appear to grant you one wish, because I'm a free genie, not one in cuffs." Crawford met with Alec on Sunday, a day after the promoter had productive discussions with Alvarez about the year ahead. The stars are aligning for what could be one of the biggest fights in boxing history.
Oh, well, it ain't really no message, it's all respect over here, and if, he do.
Canelo Alvarez is currently finalizing plans for a targeted May return to the ring, where he aims to defend his ring, WEC, WBA, and WBO super middleweight titles. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford, who moved up to junior middleweight in 2024, is prepared to climb another 2 weight divisions for what he has repeatedly called a legacy fight. Crawford's most recent bout was on August 3rd, where he secured an unanimous decision victory over Israel Madoff to claim the WBA and interim WBO junior middleweight titles. The fight headlined Riyadh Season's US launch at __ Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Promoter Turkey Alec has long been eager to deliver a Crawford-Alvarez showdown. However, plans were briefly shelved when Alvarez initially showed little interest in the fight. Now, with both fighters seemingly on board, the dream matchup appears closer to reality.
Me and him get in the ring, then it'll be an electrifying fight.
Instead of pursuing a fight with Crawford, Canelo Alvarez defended his titles against Edgar Berlanga last September in Las Vegas, securing a dominant 12-round decision victory. Since then, neither Alvarez nor Crawford has stepped into the ring. It remains uncertain, though increasingly unlikely, whether Crawford will take another fight before the anticipated showdown with Alvarez. All signs still point to Alvarez targeting a May return, with early efforts underway to secure a notable opponent for a pay-per-view headliner in the US. However, plans can shift quickly, especially with Alvarez's presence in London this weekend, signaling potential new developments. Looking ahead to 2025, Alvarez has left the door wide open for significant bouts. With several potential rivals on the horizon, the Mexican superstar could surprise fans with unexpected matchups in the coming year.
Say again, please.
How important for you is it that you've spoke to Turkey Al Sheikh, and what?
The leading contender for Canelo Alvarez May fight is currently Cuban boxer William Skull. However, Canelo appears open to negotiating one of the proposals presented by Turkey Al Sheikh, president of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority. Alvarez recently traveled to London to receive Ring Magazine's Fighter of the Year award, where he met with Al Sheikh. In an interview with the event's host, Canelo acknowledged the possibility of fight against Terence Crawford. "There is always a possibility," Canelo told The Ring. We'll see, but there's always a possibility. We're here to do the best business." The WBC's mandatory challenger for Alvarez remains David Benavidez, but with Canelo reportedly reluctant to accept that challenge, he may instead turn to Crawford for a potential September bout.
I'm a free agent and I like to work with everybody. I like to have the doors open.
The main hurdle to finalizing the fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford is the weight difference. Crawford competes in the 154-pound super welterweight division, which is 2 weight classes below Canelo. While money likely won't be the biggest issue, negotiations would begin at the $150 million that Canelo requested. There are few other obstacles. British promoter Eddie Hearn, head of Matchroom, recently weighed in on the situation, expressing doubt about the fight happening. "I'll be honest. I'd be very surprised if that fight happens," Hearn told Fight Hype. "I think His Excellency has been pushing that fight, but it didn't seem like it was something Canelo really wanted to do." Hearn recalled a conversation with Alvarez where Canelo expressed his reluctance to face Crawford.
Oh, me going up and having a tough time, but He went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won.
Eddie Hearn believes Canelo Alvarez's reluctance to fight Terence Crawford stems from the fear that, if he wins, people will say he defeated a 154-pound fighter. Amid this, Dallas Cowboys legend Des Bryant has entered the conversation, revealing his plans to place a massive bet on the fight, backing Crawford as the winner. Bryant posted on X, "I'm putting 100,000 on Crawford," showing unwavering support for the 37-year-old. Bryant and Crawford share a personal bond, with the NFL legend frequently expressing his admiration for the Omaha native. The two have publicly shown support for each other and shared some memorable moments together.
Let's not do that, Canelo.
Des Bryant and Terence Crawford have shared friendly competitions, including a one-on-one basketball game in which Crawford lost to the football star. Given their close relationship, it's no surprise that Bryant has chosen Crawford to win against Canelo Alvarez. However, this pick has placed him in a unique position, as Canelo is emerging as the heavy favorite among experts. Eddie Hearn isn't alone in believing the weight difference may be too much for Crawford to overcome. Demetrius Andrade voiced similar concerns in an interview with Fight Hub TV, expressing doubts about Crawford's ability to handle the weight challenge.
I think it's a fight Canelo really wants, if I'm honest, because I think he feels like he won't get a lot of credit beating a lot.
Demetrius Andrade, despite being a close friend of Terence Crawford, acknowledged that when it comes to weight, Canelo Alvarez is the bigger favorite. While Crawford's skills and abilities are unquestionable, moving up 2 weight classes to face one of boxing's best fighters in this era is a daunting challenge. Despite the concerns, all signs point to the long-awaited showdown between Crawford and Canelo finally coming to fruition. The two fighters met with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh in London, further fueling the rumors. Renowned boxing
Ideal for Canelo, but what's his options? I mean, like, you know, if Bivol wins, he could fight him for undisputed. That's a very tough.
Journalist Julius Julianis later shared an optimistic update, revealing that a September date for the fight is being considered.